Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is Cleanpin, and this is your wrestling talk, your wrestling news, rumors, and speculation, comings and goings of the wrestling business. Wrestling is something that we all like, we all love, and here we are, talking some wrestling. Another very interesting week as far as wrestling goes that I wanted to touch base on. Where to begin? A lot of news, actually. And you could always check my channel down below. I do some wrestling videos. I do sports, baseball, football. Cover that as well. So we cover everything on this channel if you like other things besides wrestling. July 18th has come and gone. And why July 18th was pretty important, those were that was when the time frame of the non-competes finished, and all your favorite wrestlers were able to sign with other companies and compete. We've seen, as was advertised, or rather, as was the rumor, the Good Brothers signed with Impact, made their appearance. I made a video about that. If you go back on the channel, you will see my thoughts. Also, Heath Slater, or the artist formerly known as Heath Slater, he's on there as Impact, and I think, he is a guy. Again, is he gonna move the needle for you in the ratings? No, but to me, this is a guy that's a solid veteran that has been on TV for many, many years. So it's almost like he would be a good mentor towards the guys coming up. How to work TV. He's also been on various angles, doing various angles, various storylines, various gimmicks, some ludicrous to the utmost degree. Hey Heath, how I've been given this script. This is what they want me to do. I don't know if I'm feeling it. I don't know if it's for me. Heath, what should I do? What do you think would be? What would you do in this case? Give me your feedback. That's the value of a guy like a Heath Slater. That's the value of a guy like a Heath Slater. Now, could he change everyone's perception? Change his look, change his physique. Could this be a new Heath Slater? You never know. Sometimes we get comfortable in our own skin and our own surroundings, and we get comfortable. That's what it is. We get comfortable, and kind of, and that comfortness sometimes is not a good thing. You're okay with what's happening. So I think that's where Heath serves as a value. Eric Young, who's older now, he's one of the older guys, not like Heath and EC3. He's a little bit older. I remember Eric Young, spent some time, good significant time, down on the NXT side with Sanity, probably, which was where he was best at in NXT during that Sanity run. Sanity came up to the main roster, and it just never really grew from there. But but he's back to a familiar place. I think he still has something left in the tank. He really hasn't been used since he came up from NXT. And he's a guy that has succeeded both, playing the comedy side, the comedy wrestler, the comedy material, and we've seen him succeed on the serious side of being a wrestler. So I think that's that's a good thing for Eric Young. EC3, they advertised EC3 for an upcoming Impact. EC3, that's where he was made. That's where he flourished. Again, I don't understand what happened. Why did it sour on EC3? There is so much that the WWE could have done with EC3. He was gone, then became a free agent, and you wanted him so bad, he scooped him up, and then it just seemed like they never even got exactly, EC3. His gimmick was perfection, I think. He's good on the mic, good look, and there's so much that you could have done with him. Okay, even if you didn't like his gimmick, you could have made him tried something else. Maybe could have put him in a group that's like a college frat guys type of a group. Just being throw him with the Miz and John Morrison. You could have thrown them together. Him just being a goofball and just being a douche. Privileged. I mean, there is so many things that so much versatility that you had, with a guy like EC3. Anyway, the point is, he's back where he flourished. He's home. With these signings, like I said, Impact is rebuilding, and having all of these guys, they are veterans, someone that you could bounce off of. Are they going to bring eyeballs back to the product? Maybe the die-hard, TNA fans from yesteryear that kind of disappeared when they hear, EC3 back with Impact. All right, they might tune in. Again, the key, the key to all this for me, you have all these signings, but they have to be exclusiveness, I think, is key. You have to be able to, your goal is for these guys to be associated with your product and your product only. Make them exclusive to your product, and they can't go anywhere. Maria Kanellis was talking about on a podcast about how WWE like she was shocked for WWE, for a company that preaches being together, that preaches about family, that they would let go people during a pandemic. See, it's weird, and I don't understand. I will tell you, I disagree with Maria's statement here. A couple of things. First of all, they were getting paid during the pandemic. So she's saying that they were just giving that she had just given birth. They just had their second child. They were let go during the pandemic. They were still getting paid, and during that 90-day period, you were still getting paid. You were getting paid probably more than, let's say if there was no pandemic and you were released and you signed with another company after your 90 days. Odds are your no complete payment that you're getting from the WWE would still be more than a new contract that you had signed. Then that's fact, because they got beautiful contracts. And who am I to say, right? You might argue, who am I to say what's a good contract for someone? When you don't know their lifestyle, you don't know how they live on it, you don't know what expenses they have on a day-to-day basis. Well, the fact is too, remember that during this time, right before all this broke, Mike Bennett asked for his release. Now, I know it's not Maria Kanellis, but when you think about it, I mean, I don't know if Maria Kanellis would be on TV after just giving birth. I think she would be off TV anyway. So why would she ask for her release, right? If you're not going to be on TV, why not continue to get paid without having to be on TV? So I don't understand. Now all of a sudden, because you asked to get let go, and then you finally do get let go in Mike Kanellis during a pandemic. These were people that have voiced their displeasure. You were getting paid during a pandemic. And there are companies that are hiring now. Look at Impact. Look at AEW. So it's not like companies are not hiring per se. There are companies that are hiring. So what exactly is what exactly is the problem? I don't understand. You weren't gonna work while you were pregnant anyway on TV. So I don't, unless I'm assuming things, but that's a risk. So I don't see exactly what her gripe and why she is upset about. Maria Kanellis. NWA, Billy Corgan is saying that he's not going anywhere, putting all the rumors to rest, because Raven, the news was Raven was on a podcast of some sort, or an interview, and he said that he heard that NWA won't be around long. It's closing shop. That might be the end of it. And Billy Corgan puts all that to rest. But again, Stu Bennett says that he does not, this past week now, Stu Bennett says that he does not see NWA doing any events for the rest of 2020. And that's the thing, and I believe I've said this numerous times before, and I know Billy Corgan has said this before, that he wants to. He's worked so long to bring the name of NWA back, and it had a buzz. It had a buzz to it. I was doing NWA videos here, giving you my thoughts on Power for a while there when they had it. I was really am into NWA. It just especially now with Lagana not being around, nothing has been coming out. So you were putting out stuff, new content, still keeping your name out there, not wrestling, but you're still trying to keep your name out there in relevance. And now with Lagana not being around, there has really been nothing. And I know that the company's probably internally trying to figure and sort all these things out, what goes where, try to put together the pieces, but and they're trying to keep everyone safe. But at some point here, you gotta come up with I don't know, who am I? It's my 2 cents here. But I think you have to come up with some type of a plan, something. How are we keeping our name relevant? You do not want to be, kind of pushed by the wayside, and all that work that you've done to get yourself back out there. You don't want to eliminate that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you, if you ran, maybe if you ran an event, ran wrestling outdoors, would that be okay? Would the wrestlers be willing to do that? I mean, you're generating some type of income. I'm sure people would love to see a socially distanced wrestling event somehow, right? Maybe you may do it like a drive-in, like a drive-through type of event, or some cars around the ring. I don't know. Just thinking outside the box, and I'm sure, Billy Corgan has started this before. I mean, he has ideas running. Again, who am I? Just an average Joe Schmo. But I just worry here that, NWA, we got to do something. We got to do something to try to keep ourselves and try to keep our name relevant here. Got to do something. Some AEW news. Vikkie Guerrero will now be the new manager. She's in AEW, and you have to. Vikkie is just a great. She would come out when she was with WWE and just generate so much heat, so much booze. People would love. They used to love to boo Vikkie Guerrero. Would love to boo her. Now, see, her and her personality, her presence is so strong. I just hope. Well, you have to, and I think we've seen this with, like Jake the Snake, for example. We've seen this with, I think you've seen this to a point with Taz and Brian Cage. I just worry that the personality is too strong. That as a manager, the manager is going to be out in the forefront and not the wrestler. You see, like with Jake the Snake, even though Jake the Snake is now just a 70-year-old man who looks fragile compared to a guy like Archer, but this 70-year-old dude, fragile dude, is creepy as fuck. So whenever he comes out there, he just overshadows just overshadows Archer, I think. So, you might say to me, well, that's the point of a of a manager to get their talent over. My only concern is, does the wrestler have enough personality to be able to hold their own and take over, or at least have 90% of that spotlight from the manager? Get what I mean? But hey, I'm surprised Vikkie Guerrero, I'm surprised that WWE had really nothing for Vikkie Guerrero, or it seems like it. I mean, that women's division in the WWE could definitely use some help somehow. Somehow, I'm sure they could utilize Vikkie. She could have been a manager there. And it's just a name, like Vikkie Guerrero, that it's a name that you associate with WWE, that's all. We're going to talk FTR here before we leave, and then we're going to, this is a short edition here, just a couple points there. FTR on AEW, they kind of addressed, not kind of, why do I say kind of? They addressed their match, which they took off their masks of the luchadors and enabled them to win. Right, the kind of faces, but with heel tendencies. There's really a gray line there between them. It was kind of knocking them, knocking the fans, saying that this is they do things that would draw money, illicit that they draw money. FTR draws money. Now, I don't know exactly what the context is of that comment. What were you trying to prove by that type of a the mask is very respected in Mexico, as we know. The luchador style is very revered. Fans get very protective of their favorite wrestlers that are luchadors, and they think that it's a sign of disrespect. Well, that's exactly what wrestling is they're supposed to, you're supposed to hate these people. You're supposed to hate them. Supposed to hate them. Now, the response there by FTR really didn't make any sense. I get it. I don't think that really. Hey, by the way, the ratings are jumping because look at this. FTR took off a mask. I don't think really that is a ratings booster. But, if they kind of left it, it was just kind of shrugging them off and being, trying to be and just reply it as an a-hole, because that makes sense. But I really didn't understand where the FTR was going with that, how that really draws money. But that's wrestling. You gotta, if someone is making you hate them, then that's wrestling, and then they're doing their job. They're doing their job, and I'm sure this was agreed upon. That move was agreed upon by the luchadors, so you don't have to worry. But then again, so much for the suspension of disbelief, right? So, this has been Cleanpin. Want to keep it short this week. I hope all is well. We're going to be doing this live very, very soon. Got the mic, got the mixer, and everything, all that jazz. Very soon. Coming. It's coming. Stay tuned to this channel. It's going to be big things. Hope all is well.